Welcome to the Kegel Show, everyone. My name is Don Agent. I'll be your host for this episode. Today we have a wonderful guest, Daria Pajak. Nice to meet you,
Pleasure.
and thanks for coming down on the show. We are here to talk a little bit about, with Daria, some of the differences in Bowling International, as well as, you've been a member of the Weber women's team. You guys have had some incredible achievements so far, and you're pretty top-notch on your game at this point. Before we go forward, though, I kind of want to start out, can you explain to the audience, where's your hometown? Where are you from?
Well, my hometown is northwest of Poland.
Okay.
And actually for me, it's sometimes easier to fly to Germany because I live way closer to Berlin, the capital of Germany, than I do to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. So that's where I live. Very small town, one bowling center, 8 lanes.
8 lanes.
8 lanes.
8 lanes. I've been to Poland. It's been quite a few years. We were talking earlier, and I was actually I was very happy to see how many bowling centers were popping up. Comparatively, that's a wonderful area to be in. Difference between being there now and being in Florida now.
I mean, it's different. I've been here for 5 years, but home is always home. I'm always going to feel like I'm missing home.
Absolutely.
Everything is different.
How long have you been bowling?
I've been bowling ever since I was small, but the story that not too many people know is I'm the first generation of bowlers in my country. So I started to bowl at the age of 5 or 6 years old, but at this time we didn't have coaches and no drillers, no knowledge at all, so I was throwing it back up for a few years because that was the only way I found out how to.
A lot of us started, male, female, and across the globe. A lot of us started that way.
Yeah, I've been saying it quite a lot, the fact that we really didn't have much knowledge about the sport from the very beginning. And I think I started really practice when I was 11, 12 years old. That's when I actually was like, wow, like I can actually practice and get better and better. So I started to practice more and more, do the drills. I made the national team of Poland. So I was going to European Youth Championships and other international events. And that's when I saw the girls from Germany, Sweden, Denmark, England. And I was like, wow, they bowl so nice. They have high backswing. They can roll the ball, spin it.
Right.
And I was shocked. I was impressed. That kind of opened my eyes to something different. Like, I didn't know bowling could be that way.
I'll tell you what, you've achieved a lot. I was watching you throw a little bit earlier. I've seen you bowl here and there, depending on what my responsibilities are. But you're definitely a power player in today's game, without a doubt. So here's the big question: out of all the places in the United States, what brought you here? What brought you to Lake Wales? I mean,
The story starts in, I think it was Finland, 2008. When I was somewhere on the shuttle in the airport, and one of the coaches, very good coaches, Sid Allen, was like, I've seen you bowl. You have to know there is a school called Weber International. You can go there and you can bowl and do your academic. So you can get bachelor's and you can bowl. You should check it out. And then ever since, I had it in the back of my head that there was something like bowling in college. So I was like, living with that thought for many years. And then when the time came, when I graduated from high school, I'm like, let's do it.
Sid Allen has touched a lot of people. Ironically enough, I was talking to Christus, which used to bowl on Weber, told me you guys had known each other, because he obviously was right in Lithuania, so I mean Poland was right there, Belarus and Latvia. But Sid's been very instrumental in bringing a lot of young people farther to achieve their goals. What does it feel like when, as a team, you've been on this team, you've been in championship matches, coming together as a group of individuals, what's that feeling like for you? Is team bowling pretty impressive here? Do you enjoy it? Do you have a good, camaraderie?
Yeah, college bowling has taught me a lot. Starting from the lesson on the lanes, it was a big life lesson for me. I've never bowled a team in my life before. We had a team when we actually bowled like twice. It was European Women Championships.
Okay.
And never felt the way the team felt here. It's some kind of a different feeling when you have to be on the approach and you have so many girls behind you and you have a coach counting on you, and off your shot you base 7, 8 other decisions of how to play the lanes, and it's so much responsibility. I wish I was a bit more open-minded when I came to college bowling. It was a bit different than what I expected.
In your defense, it's a lot different because I've been around the world. I've seen formats, and college bowling is a lot different format-wise.
It is tough, and there's a lot of pressure, and I've never been a good college bowler. Never. I think that my best season for college bowling was my last 3-4 months. Luckily, that's when we won the ITC.
No kidding.
But at my first 3 years, 2.5, because I had a knee surgery, my second year, it was a very tough roller coaster ride. It was tough mentally. Like it wasn't my country that was home. It wasn't my first language. Everybody was new. Everything was new. I was close-minded, looking for things that I had home, not trying to comprehend the fact that it's just like country, ocean away, and it's not gonna be like home. So I wish I had a bit different approach when I came to Weber, but just because of all the tough lessons I had learned, all the people I've met, that's who I am right now.
That's fascinating. What a great answer. Good job. Yeah. All right, so let me ask you this. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. Was there anyone, like when you were growing up, in Poland, internationally, whatever, was there somebody specific that you admired, whether it was a bowler or a coach or, what have you? Is there somebody that you went, wow, I'd really like to pursue this and become competitive?
I remember one of the tournaments I bowled and then make the finals. I was quite young. I think I was 13, 14. I was watching a finals of European Women's Championship, and there were two girls bowling totally different techniques. One of them was very straight. The other one had a high backswing and was hooking at it. And I'm like, wow, I want to bowl like that one day. And I'm like, my Ginga, and I want to bowl like her one day. So I was looking up to her technique a lot.
Oh yes.
I've always really wanted to have lots of rev rate, and I really commit to it. I'm like, I want to have rev rate. That's why I really never had a female bowler I was looking up so much, because none of the ones I've known, or the ones that are extremely good bowlers, had a lot of rev rate.
Sure.
So I've always been saying I want to throw it like Tommy Johns. I want to be like that. Even though I knew that I wasn't able to do it physically, I was still looking up more at the guys, but still having lots of respect to women like Kelly Kulik or Liz Johnson.
Fantastic players. Absolutely.
So it's kind of like I wanted to be the best version of me, because I knew I could do something that nobody else could do before, like a lot of rev rate. But I know I was never accurate. I was never good.
I've only seen a few that have rev rate even comparable to yourself, and most of those women are much older now. But
I feel there's a lot of actually players that have more and more rev rate. I've seen a lot of girls that hit it a lot.
The power game, and we really started seeing that through our data research, more so through the college circuit, where the rev rate on the women's side was definitely raising exponentially over the years. What are your goals competitively? PWBA, bowling for the national team, winning a world title. What is something you go, I just want that before I'm done bowling?
I've always wanted to be the world champion. I've always wanted to carry that title and to be called the best bowler in the world. But sometimes when you think about it, is being the best PWBA player, being the best in the world, is winning a world championship, being the best in the world. So sometimes it's very tough to say who is really the best in the world. So I really want to dominate one day. I really want to be that person that in 10 years somebody's like, yeah, like when Daria was here, she was dominating it so much. That's when I feel somebody's the best in the world, when you just constantly dominate. It's not one tournament, it's not one title. It's not just 1 year. I really want to be the best. I don't know if I'm able to, but as long as I believe that as a spark I want to try.
You should. For me, I was very lucky to do lanes out on the, it used to be the LPBT, and then it was a PWBA, and then obviously what we've got to now, the string from that. But some of the people that flash in my mind, the Tish Johnsons, Anne Marie's, Michelle Mullen, just some unbelievable competitive players back then. So you definitely should continue pursuing that dream.
I'll do my best.
Academically, obviously you're going to college. If for some reason, you graduated, if for some reason, you couldn't bowl anymore, what would you like to do, I guess?
I finished my degree in hospitality major. That happened kind of unexpectedly, because I never thought I was going to be into hospitality. When I came to Weber, I was so undecisive about my major. I was going without a major for a good year. I was just, all I want to do is just bowl. And then I'm like, well, hospitality is basically all my life, because I've been staying in the hotel so much and eating out so much, because we travel so much with bowling. It's unbelievable how much we have to travel in order to make a living. When you're a bowler, you just have to go places to chase that money, to chase the tournament, to give you a chance and opportunity to make that money. And that's when you stay in the hotels and restaurants. So
And you
I'm
see
like,
all the things that are bad and all the things that are good.
That's why I'm getting sometimes irritated in restaurants. And yeah, definitely restaurant business is something I really like. I love eating. Maybe that's why I also like good food. So
You were,
yeah.
excuse me, you're not the only one that actually was in hospitality. Ironically enough, I made a comment where I said, yeah, if I quit this job, I would definitely go in that, because I've stayed in enough hotels, been in enough airports, been in enough restaurants. So
Yeah, that's
nothing wrong with that goal. All right, final question. Is there anyone specifically you'd like to thank, say hello to, wave at on the camera? This is your shot.
Okay, I really wanted to say thank you to all the people that support me. I'm getting a lot of messages, private messages, gifts. It's unbelievable. Like, thank you. Thank you. I never thought I was going to be somebody that can inspire people, because I have never been inspired myself, not until a while ago. But it feels great to know that I'm helping somebody out. So, thank you.
Daria, it's been a pleasure, dear. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming on. Good luck in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it for today. Keep those wrenches turning and have a wonderful day.